Hello, and welcome to the Inspired Living with Ellen Broderick podcast. This week, I am going to be doing the 10th in a series of Thich Nhat Hanh meditations on his words, and they are taken from a book called Your True Home. The paragraph that I'm going to read today, the meditation that I'm going to read today is called Lotus in the Mud. And I think it's so appropriate because right now I have a little wildlife pond outside, and the lotuses, the daylilies, are all in bloom. So get yourself comfortable and begin to leave everything else behind. Any worries about the future, any regrets about the past. Come into this present moment, just allowing yourself to be here now. Closing eyes or soft gaze downward, and listening to these words of Thich Nhat Hanh's. Lotus in the mud. The goodness of suffering is something real. Without suffering, there cannot be happiness. Without mud, there can not be any lotus flowers. So if you know how to suffer, suffering is okay. And the moment you have that attitude, you don't suffer much anymore. And out of suffering, a lotus flower of happiness can open. So bringing your attention now back to the breath. Letting the breath be as it is, but following it or riding it into the body, following it or riding it back out again. And then when you're ready, bringing the gaze up, opening the eyes, coming back together. This idea that suffering and happiness go hand in hand, and that there is a purpose to the suffering that can serve to enhance the happiness or even the beauty in our lives. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. This is the Inspired Living with Ellen Broderick podcast.